Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 165. Maybe he was knitted. In this week's episode, he's back.
Hola!
JfG Ash can't play HZN1. JfG Alex does double KFC.
Rude not to, rude not to.
There's another leak from Walmart.
Yeah.
And finally, JJ serves up a treat.
Join our fucking Discord. What's wrong with you?
Free games.
Jesus Christ. Hello and welcome to the JfG Podcast. This is episode 165. My name is Alex, and I'm joined by my very good friend Ash. Hey, buddy. How you doing there?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm back.
You're back. Hello.
Here I am.
And welcome to the JfG
Thanks very much.
Podcast. Featuring me, Ash, and my friend, Alex.
Hello. I'd just like to say that, like fuck am I closing the windows in this weather, so if you hear some weird noises and stuff outside, you're going to have to suck it up, people. Yeah, because I live in Amazonia.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
So, yeah, they're not, I'm not closing those. I don't care about... I don't care.
Don't care about you.
Don't care.
That's how we
You're
do
right.
it. That's what we do.
How you doing?
So yeah,
What you
mate,
been up to?
feeling good on a Wednesday. Yeah, sparkling thoughts give me the hope to go on.
I've heard that, yeah. I've heard that about you.
I tell you what, Wednesdays, they're good days, especially when you haven't got to talk by your lonesome for an hour and a half under your stairs getting drunk.
I enjoyed the show,
That
man.
was a fucking experience.
It's weird, isn't it? It's really weird. That was your first one doing it, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's you just feel insane most of the time.
I didn't understand what the hell was going on at all. Like, I just started talking and then didn't stop, really, for an hour and a half. I don't think I've ever done that before. It's
the way to do it, man.
It's
impressive work.
Yeah.
I think on my own, I've never done more than like an hour and 10.
Well, you didn't have the glorious fucking Guinness World Records gaming quiz of 2018 to get you through it, though, buddy, did you?
No, that is true. That is very true.
And yeah, what a shit show that turned out to be. Yeah. Probably the less that is said about that, the better. So we should move on to more poignant times, as in now, right this minute.
Now,
or
here we are.
What I've been doing this week. There you go.
Yeah, fucking tell me all about it.
Well, my youngest daughter of 2 years aged, Adeline, she has got chicken pox and has had it for the past 2 days. So I've had little to no sleep. Last night, I think I watched about 6 hours of Paw Patrol. From the hours of, I'd say, midnight to 6 in the morning. It was just on, because that's the only thing that would stop her crying. So I was like, you know what? I'll do that with you.
Good yarn as well, of course. Good yarn.
Obviously. So, if I sound like I'm asleep, it's because I am right now.
I think you probably pushed through that to like a sort of zany kind of otherworldly sort ofness when you were that sort of sleep deprived.
I've definitely transcended. I've reached elite status of lack of sleep. It's amazing.
That's good though, getting the pox out the way early doors.
Oh, Gibbons, but yeah, the other two have already had it, so that's always good. Oh, what else have I been doing? Because obviously bank holiday weekend again this weekend. Woo! 3 days off work. That's always fun when you're not at work, obviously. So, fucking smashed out the barbecue again. It was good.
Gotta be done.
Cooked some, what was it? Chorizo burgers. They were lovely. With halloumi cheese slices. Tasty.
Oh!
Did some barbecued corn on le cob. It's French for corn on the cob.
The whole kit and caboodle.
It was there.
Holy hell.
Had the potato salad, had the coleslaw, had the fucking peppers with cheese in, whatever it is.
Oh,
taste buds were electric.
I think they're called stuffed fuckers, is what they're called.
Stuffed fuckers. I had a few of them.
Yeah,
over there. And
a couple of them.
I found a new Aldi special beer. It was a Pilsner. It was in little stubby cans.
Little stubber.
Little stubbers, yeah. It's called the 1079 Project. I was like, that's a shit name. I'll have it. You've sold it to me. That's a 4.6 or something. I was like £2.80, I think, for 4 stubbers. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy 8 of them. And
that's not bad.
It was really nice. Very hoptastic-y, I'd say. That's a word I'm going to use for that.
I'd love to work in Aldi's graphics department, just coming up with all these like shitty knockoff brands.
Yeah,
just
it's amazing.
Photoshopping all day. This one's going to be called the Foot Whistle. Just whatever, really.
Just whatever you want, mate. You know.
Yeah.
Crummyberg instead of
to make up a brewery or a farm.
Yeah,
pop that on there.
Yeah. Pork farm.
Yep.
There you go. Cow farm. Meat.
World famous cow farm.
Cow farm. I mean, there's a place called Cow. There's probably a farm there called Cow Farm.
I'd imagine so.
There you go. Sold.
Sorted.
Went to the Notts County football stadium, Old Meadow Lane, this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Not to watch them play football, because that's a bad idea. But no, my son was in... obviously, you know, that also hinders the fact that they weren't playing this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, no, my son was in like a football tournament and they were playing on the pitch. I was like, that's cool. That's something to remember, I guess.
Yeah, man, that's better than the park.
You say that.
Was it not better than the park?
No, it definitely was better than the park.
Okay.
It was some lovely grass. It felt amazing. Sure.
Okay.
It was grass. It's also my son's birthday today. He is 8, so well done.
He did it.
He made it. Woo! He got all new shit and stuff. Bought him a new skateboard at the weekend, because that's what I'm doing now. Getting skateboard. Yeah. Bought him one, and also I bought me one, because my skateboard my old one is 17 years old. Still fine though. Don't worry about it.
It was a very good year. It's
vintage.
Rich vintage.
We went to Roller Snakes, which is in Derbyshire, and I went in there, I took it, and I was like, look, can I just get away with getting like a new deck, like, and saving like 50 quid? They were like, yeah, you could do, but you know, this is vintage stuff. Like, they don't make any of this stuff anymore. I'm like, what are you on about? Like, this is just this is well good. And they were incredibly impressed with it, by the way, obviously, because they knew.
Oh, I'm sure.
They obviously knew that I was kind of a big deal back in the day with
big dick player
with my skateboard and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, I got a new skateboard, and then obviously having 3 days off, went to 3 different skate parks this week. But fucking, it's all day, son. Smashing it. Like, this is probably the most active I've been in 15 years. Maybe more.
I was going to say, you appear to be shunning the ideas of the rest of the population in encouraging your children to go outside.
I know, I'm sorry.
Which is insane.
I can only apologise.
When I see kids outside, they're always on their phones, playing Fortnite Mobile.
Obviously, that's all they do. But no, yeah,
skateboarding.
I've literally taken like the kids' tablets away now, and they're like, I'm limiting them to like 30 minutes in the morning, and that's it now. And like, they seem to be better people for that, which is nice.
That will happen.
Yeah. They're not so much cunt-like, I would say.
Yeah. Cunt-like, like all the other children of this earth.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at the time when I first got the tablets, I was like, this is the answer to everything, because they just shut up and watch tablet all the time. It's ace. And then they'd talk to me like shit, and I'm like, that's not great, really. That's not really the relationship I want with my kids. So, a bit of fucking tough love there. Take that shit away.
Yeah, man.
And then
they're coming up to the age where they're people now, so you can
right?
Yeah, you can treat them as such.
Fuck me. So yeah, obviously work has been getting in the way of me playing games, so that's a bit unfortunate.
Gibbon.
So that's about me this week, buddy. What you been up to? Obviously, you've been away for... I mean, you're going to have to give us a breakdown of the past 2 weeks. So we might be a while.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot that. I don't know, God knows what I did after last week's show, but before I went on holiday, those days... I don't really remember those days.
We played Evolve, mate. That's all you need to know. We played Evolve.
We did. We did play Evolve.
That's the only thing that matters.
Have we got that written down? We need to talk about that. Or did you talk about it last week?
I spoke about it in depth last week.
That's right. Okay. Well, fine. That's probably best. But yeah, no, I went away on holiday, and we went to, funnily enough, Derbyshire, buddy. I wasn't too far from you, although a fair distance, actually, because I was, like, right up in the Peak District. But yeah, went away with the folks, and obviously the missus, and my sis, and a fella, and we had a great time. My folks, like, hired, like, a converted barn place with, like... all the cheeky mod cons, buddy, although the kitchen left something to be desired. The oven was just not up to code, if you ask me, buddy. Just not up to scratch. Took far too long. Wasn't happy about that. Almost ruined the whole trip, but I did get over it after the first day. Yeah, it was cool. It's just, yeah, like the weather's like been insane, so we've been out on like shit tons of walks and stuff. Like I'm like the brownest I've been in years. It's also the longest holiday I've had for like 5 years.
Nice.
Like, genuinely a really long time. I think maybe 4 years ago, I went to Hungary for like 10 days. And that was the last time I had a holiday that wasn't more than like 4 days long. So yeah, it's just been fucking awesome. Like, so nice up there, like all hilly and shit. Loads of stuff to do, walk in, pubs. Although I don't believe the gentrification of public houses has reached Derbyshire, buddy, because they're all just fucking shit old boozers like we used to have down here before the Enlightened came and all of the craft shit sprung up. And some would argue that it's better there for that, because the pubs actually have some fucking character to them and they don't all just look the same.
But
I'd probably go somewhere in the middle there, because obviously that's cool. But also, I think I probably am done with crazy patterned carpets and fucking like bench seats that reek of old fags. So it was kind of a mixture of the two.
So it actually still
nice.
stunk of fags in there, even though that band came in like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
Yeah, because they just stand in the doorway. So, you know.
So it still comes in. Nice.
It still comes in.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just pop their head out the window. Is that it? That kind of thing, yeah.
The other problem that we had was, like, because we're so spoilt and poncy down here in the south, we've got, like...
I know, yeah. Terrible.
Restaurants coming out the wazoo, whereas, like, up there, like, I looked on TripAdvisor for the best restaurants within, 15 miles of where we were staying, and they were all just pubs. Like,
nice.
all of them were just pubs. I think just the people of Derbyshire, that's what they want. And all of the reviews were just like, honest, good food.
Fucking great tucker.
Fucking great tucker. Chip bam. And it's like, yeah, I mean, fine. Obviously, yeah, you've got a whole selection of pubs, and it seems unlikely that they all do brilliant food, but I can kind of get on board with the whole pub food thing to a degree. But also... the pub food tends to be the sort of shit that I can cook. Yeah. And I'm a cunt.
And they all say home cooked or whatever, isn't it? It's like, well, I could do that at home.
I can do that, and I won't pay 12 quid for it.
Yeah,
so
just makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, so we ended up at... I was, like, looking for ages, and I ended up finding this, like, restaurant. Because my folks, like, they love the honest grub thing. They don't want, like, poncy food.
Obviously.
But we kind of quite like a bit of that. So we found a place that was, like... a fine dining place, but it had like a pub classics menu as well. It was fucking great, man. Like, had this taster menu, like 6 courses. It was mental. Had like all sorts of shit, like two mains, like this like parfait thing. the strawberries and cream were the highlight, I think, and they were just strawberries and cream.
Now what happened?
It was just mental. Like, honestly, like an amazing fucking array of like stuff, and the chef coming out and just be like, "This is blah de blah infused butternut squash soup with blah blah blah," and yeah, that was it was pretty
nice.
special. Yeah, so that was like the big blowout meal. I also went to Alton Towers, buddy. Now,
shit.
you know I've been to Alton Towers before. I went there on holiday last year, the year before last. Stayed there for a couple of nights. We just had a day there this time round. I'd just like to take a minute or so now to give Alton Towers an absolute fucking rinsing, please.
Fill your boots, son.
I'm going to kick fuck out of them now, if that's all right. What a shit show. Firstly, it was only open from 10 till 4, despite the fact that it was like the day before the Maybank holiday.
Right.
Like, that's quite pathetic, if you ask me. And all but 3 of the rides didn't open till 11, so it was only actually open for 6 hours.
Yeah,
right. They've only half staffed the park there, so they haven't got enough staff to put the proper number of like vehicles on tracks and stuff. So all of the roller coasters, they had one fucking coaster going round. So literally, they're loading up at the station, and then it fucks off, and then we all just stand there like pricks, waiting for it to be done, and then it comes back, and then those fuckers have got to get out, and the next have got to get in. It just makes no sense whatsoever. And all it meant was we were queuing for like an hour for everything for no reason.
Yeah.
Like the lines were, you know, you're standing, they've taken all those old boards away. But I remembered where they were on that Nemesis ride. We were standing at the 10-minute board for like 45 minutes.
That's
just
crazy.
Because they didn't. It's pathetic. So I think we got 6 rides in. Like, across the whole day. Yeah, we couldn't go on any of the smaller shit because we were queuing so long for the bigger shit.
Yeah.
The price is the same as when the park's open for 3 to 4 hours longer in high summer. It's just bullshit, man. And on top of all of that, the Smiler, which was that mental super looper roller coaster thingy, they had that on like, I don't know what it was. It was on like 75% power or something, and it was quite slow. And I was like, I remember this being brilliant, and it was shit. So yeah, they got a new roller coaster there, a wooden one called the Wicker Man, and that was good. So I would say that was good. But more importantly, buddy, as we are allegedly a gaming podcast, I finally got the chance to try that Galactica out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this was a ride that used to be called Air, and it's kind of like you kind of go like flat on your stomach.
Oh yeah, I was stuck in
you on your stomach.
It was ace,
but yeah, that will happen.
Yeah,
and sometimes it'll roll over, and then you're on your back, flying through the air. And some time ago, they added a VR thingy to this, so you got all these VR headsets in these little pouches on the front of the seats. The idea being one of these VR coasters where, obviously, you've got the headset on, but you're on a roller coaster, so it's like, wow, you're flying through space, but you're actually moving. It's so immersive. Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, like, 2 years ago when we were there, like the VR thing was broken, so I never got the chance to try it. But this time, buddy, it was active, provided you were willing to queue for an extra half an hour.
Obviously.
Which, of course, I did.
Yeah, you are.
So, let me break this down, buddy.
Break it down.
What a load of fucking shit.
I was expecting
what a terrible, shitty experience.
Yeah, okay.
It was awful. It's so bad. I can't begin to tell you how fucking awful it was. Like, graphically, we're talking PS2, and that's being really generous.
Yeah.
Borderline N64, and frame rate wise, 15 frames a second.
I love it. I love that you're like
so
analysing this like in a computer game sense, which
roller
it should
coaster.
be done.
Yeah,
but
you're
right. It should be. If it's being sold like this fucking experience, it should be fucking top-notch shit. And if it's
they converted it in 2016, like it's not even old. It's not old at all.
Yeah,
and it's graphical absolute shit show. Genuinely, my phone does better graphics than this thing fucking did. And because of that, and also because of the fact that for some reason nothing was very close. So it was all like really vast voids. They were flying through these portals in space, and then you're supposed to be like flying down, hovering below the surface and going like near planet surfaces and stuff.
Yeah.
But you're really far away, like the POV is completely off, and all it serves to do is make you feel like you're going really slowly, which is sort of the opposite.
It's not really what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible, man. Like, yeah. You can either have the headset on or the headset off. If anyone goes to Alton Towers, genuinely don't bother with the headset thing. Even if you're tempted to just be like, oh, I'll just find out.
I want to find out.
I promise you, it's the most awful fucking thing you'll ever do.
Cool.
So there you go.
Sign me up.
It's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish.
That's what I want.
So, yeah. So that was my holiday, buddy. Came back and stewed on the sofa for the football matches, watched Liverpool bottle it.
Yeah, that was nice.
With you.
Enjoyed that.
Double KFC. Decided I wanted KFC for lunch and dinner, buddy, so I just bought a family bucket.
Yep.
Ate half of it.
Yep.
Heated the rest up later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Double chicken.
KFC. And the only other thing that I've done is I've been to 2 gigs, buddy.
What?
On the bank holiday, I was down in Canterbury. Actually met up with the old Funkamo, buddy.
Funkamo.
Yeah, had some cheeky beers and some cheeky pork. Lovely bit of pork down in Canterbury. Pork sword.
Yeah.
So yeah, went to see Ben Folds in Canterbury on Monday, and it was fucking cool.
Yeah, I bet that was awesome.
I really like Ben Folds. I really liked Ben Folds 5, and I saw Ben Folds in like 2004, and then I had tickets for their reunion tour and like had like a slipped disc, so I couldn't go. So it was really cool to see him, and yeah, fucking fantastic. You either like that or you don't, but he's awesome, big talented man. Yeah, music. So yeah, that was pretty fucking great. Listening to a bit of Ben Folds now, buddy. Got the old playlist going.
Lovely.
Playlist called Ben Folds and 5, not that one.
Well, there you go.
It's not 5.
No.
And then last night I was in London, buddy, and I went to see a little acoustic act in Hackney, and that was very nice as well.
Lovely.
So yeah, fucking sweet as the punch. Old Camera Obscura singer, and that's a cool band as well. So there you go. So yeah, I've been pretty busy. It's been cool.
He's a busy boy.
Love it. Fucking all about it. But anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Well, first of all, what are you drinking this evening?
It's the old big bottles of Hop House 13, buddy.
It's on the big bottles of Hop House 13. I like it.
They were on offer. So 160, I think it was, for a big one. That's pretty good, I think.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad.
That's a good.
What about you, sir? What about you?
I'm on the cheap Green King IPA. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, and again.
There it goes.
There we are. That one's obviously empty, you know.
Yep.
By the sound of it. I'll be cracking open another one very soon. But yeah, does the job. Nice and cheap. It's booze.
It's booze.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, the topic this week, obviously, it was whatever you wanted last week, but it was kind of your show. So,
yeah.
Either way, this week, obviously, I'm back, so we kind of got to go back to kind of standard fare. So the topic this week is video games, and let's go and talk about some of those. So do you want to get the ball rolling, buddy? What you been playing this week?
I've been playing some more Destiny 2, mate. It's great.
Oh, yeah?
It's a really good game. I can't put it down.
Okay.
I think I've got an issue. But hey, I really like it. I literally like every aspect of that game. I was thinking about it after last week's podcast. I was like, you know what? I really like everything in that game. And that's about it, really. Had a smasher on the Crucible yesterday. Absolutely dominated. I was getting like 25 plus kills every game. I think I topped out about 36. It was special.
Fucking big boy.
I was getting the job done. Let's put it that way, you know. Just leave it there.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then, apart from that, we had a fucking Wild Pants mega game night of 5 hours of just Wild Pants.
I've heard of
and I know you're going to say, like, why would you just do that? And I was just like, we were just winning. we were just winning. We didn't stop. It was amazing. Really fucking enjoyed it. I prestiged. I was like, I'll never do that, but I did. That was kind of a schoolboy error, but obviously straight away I was like tech guy or whatever the one I use. I was like that guy, and then bundled loads of perks on him and stuff. We did lose one match though. We got absolutely fucked in one match. So me and Funk, we ran out into wherever it was, the main area. Just scouting about. Doing the scouting, what the scout does, and he's up there running around checking out the scene. We get gunned down by this guy called I think his name was _Delta Elite, and I was like, I know that name. I'm pretty sure I know that name. And I was like, Dizzle, Delta Elite, does that ring a bell? He's like, yeah. So we were like, that's that YouTube guy that just plays Wild Pants and does loads of videos, and he's got I don't know, probably the most subscribers for Wild Pants. So little bit of an investigating. Yeah, it was that guy. And so obviously we lost the first round. So second round we were like, right, let's just fucking hide in a corner, see how that goes. That didn't go well. We got boned. No, we got absolutely fucking raped. It did not go well at all. But it didn't put us off because I think they were all prestige 10, and this guy plays in the top tier ranked matches. We were like, fair dues, fuck it,
yeah,
I'll allow it.
This he's live streaming it now.
There you
as
go.
We speak.
There you go.
There we are.
He loves that game, and I really enjoy it as well. It's a good game. It's fun times.
That's such an insane amount of time to play it, though.
I know, right? It was intense, but I was just having loads of fun. And why stop,
man?
When you're having fun.
Yeah, fair enough. If you're having a good time,
yeah,
then
exactly.
That's literally the whole point, isn't it? So.
Also, I tried to load up H1Z1 again and failed miserably. Oh fuck! I played Fortnite with the Funk as well. That went pretty bad, I would say. I think he's gonna be a fan of the genre, just obviously not Fortnite because it's shit. So they've in H1Z1 I think they've unlocked the duo mode. I think there's 5-man squads as well in that, so it might be worth having a punt at that now that I think it's had 4 or 5 patches now. Apparently there's 4.5 million people playing that on PS4 now.
Oh really? Well, everyone's just kind of desperate, aren't they?
Yeah,
for
free games,
realistic. Yeah, certainly.
But yeah, a realistic kind of battle royale shooter, and I guess that's the one that's more realistic, obviously, because it uses guns, well, proper guns, I guess. Then
yeah,
and is not cartoony as fuck, I would say.
Yeah, I need to get that downloaded and give it a try.
Yeah, I got an invitation to the Crew 2 open beta. I tried to send it to your console. I don't know if it's gone there though, but you might.
It did arrive, and I have
go.
got it. So it goes live tomorrow.
Yeah, cool. So we'll hopefully maybe chuck on some of that. Maybe on game night, because I've got 3 other codes to send out. So
I'm well up for that, and
I'll chuck it in the kitchen.
Confirmed wheel support in the Crew 2.
Fuck off! Really? What? Even for planes or whatever it is, and all the shit.
I don't know how it's going to work because it's got transformer vehicles and stuff. So
that's going to be
presumably,
crazy.
Yeah, you could fly your plane with the wheel, and yeah.
No, you got to use the D-pad.
That'd be fucking brilliant.
But anyway, so I kind of rambled on about some news and stuff there, a bit weird. But yeah,
that's cool.
That's pretty much all.
I'm looking forward to playing it.
What I've been playing, seriously, Destiny 2, they keep bringing out new stuff every week for it and stuff like that. Games as a service, buddy. I love that shit.
Yeah, somebody does. That's good news because that seems to be where everything's fucking going.
I'm on board. Right, what have you been playing then?
I obviously haven't been playing very much because since we last recorded a podcast, I think I've only had 3 days at home. But I have played some GT Sport. There was a new update came out for it, so I thought I'd have a go. Got the old headset on, played a little bit of that. So yeah, it's they've added the Le Mans track. Is it the South? I think it's called. and that's cool. I mean, that's on Project Cars too, but it's always quite interesting to see how Gran Turismo interprets these things. They also added like 10 new cars as well. Really, really good support for this game. I suppose it falls into a sort of service kind of thing, but I think the only reason you would call this games as a service is that they're giving the content out for nothing. But they're not changing any of the base stuff. They're just spurting out DLC packs for free. So, that's really
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love obviously the last big patch added the full time trial mode for VR, which means that, that's kind of all you need really. Any car, any track, just drive around, have a nice time. So yeah, it's a cool game. It feels so weird when you've played as much of Project Cars 2 as we have. Because it just doesn't feel like a car. It doesn't feel simmy. It doesn't feel arcadey. It certainly doesn't feel like a car. Like, I just don't know what it is, really, other than quite fun. But they've completely ruined the online mode of this thing now. I don't know if you've seen these videos online.
Really?
It was already quite bad. But at this point, they've basically set it up so that if you make contact with anyone or they make contact with you, then everyone just gets penalties.
Cool.
So if someone just drives right up your ass, then suddenly you get like a 5-6 second penalty, and it's a penalty that you have to like scrub off by slowing down. So it's like a no acceleration penalty. So you just got to like let the throttle off until it sort of ticks down the 6 seconds, and then you can like set off again. It's just
brilliant.
I don't know. No one's nobbled the online racing thing. I just think the world's too cunty now. Like, you can't play with strangers on a racing game. You can't play with strangers on most games, but certainly on a racing game. Just gonna have a really bad time.
Yeah, I mean, it must be difficult to decide like on the fly whose fault it is, really, in some of the, like, I don't know, to write some sort of algorithm to be like, yeah, that like this guy is that's his fault because of whatever reason and blah blah. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's. I don't know.
But even if you get the penalty right, you've been spun out or you've crashed or whatever. Like, if someone hits you, then they could get kicked, but your race is still ruined.
You're racist. Yeah.
You're racist. Your race is still ruined. If you've been like chucked into a wall or something, then you're never going to catch anyone.
No,
so,
obviously.
Pretty shitty, to be honest. No one's really got it right. I think the answer is just finding communities of races.
They're respectful for whatever reason and stuff like that, I guess.
And I'm going to go down that route, buddy, because I really enjoy the old racing. So, I'm going to join some Discords and see if I can get in a little community of some sort.
You, sir, are crazy.
I think the scary thing when doing that is that they're going to expect you to turn your assists off, I think. And
big
boy.
Like
a bit of in my big boy pants. Yeah. But yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. So, I've been playing a lot of SNES.
Please, go on.
It's been nice to get some fucking gameplay out of it. It's been sitting on my shelf for a while, and wasn't really sure whether I would sell it or not, but that ship has now sailed. So it was really good having it down there. I just had it plugged in. I don't know if you remember, but it hasn't even got a plug, that Super Nintendo Mini thing. So they had a FreeSat box down there, which had a USB port on the back for storage. Yeah. Just powered it off that.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah. Even on standby, just powered it off of a Freeview box. And we had some Mario Kart tournaments. It was really cool. I'm starting to, I'm definitely better at that game than I've ever been before. As someone who didn't have the console when they were little, I just played it like around friends' houses.
Yeah.
It's a weird time at my age to be the best I've ever been at Super Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But that time is now. Yeah. On the SNES.
I mean, fair dues, mate. If there's a time to fucking school me at Super Mario Kart, now is probably that time.
Well, I mean, that console literally fits in my coat pocket, buddy. So whenever we next meet up, I can definitely bring it along.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
we'll do that.
It's so cool. He doesn't even need anything. Like, everyone's got an HDMI cable plugged into something at the moment.
Of course they have, yeah.
And it was powered off of literally the like old school phone chargers, USB. You know, the mini USB, not the C one.
Yeah.
So don't even need to take any cables or anything with you.
Bung it in, off you go.
I've pretty much decided I need to patch that thing and see where that takes me.
Yeah,
so,
that's obviously a good idea.
That's another little project, buddy.
I like it.
But
nice.
Yeah, so we played a bit of that. We played some Super Mario World with my sister's fella who had never played Super Mario World.
Why?
I don't know. He's a similar age to us. He's never played Super Mario World. Was he never a child? I don't know, maybe, yeah, he wasn't born, he was knitted. I don't know. I mean, I thought everyone had played that. It's like one of the biggest games ever.
I don't know.
But no, he hadn't. And it was actually an incredible joy and also slightly disconcerting because I was literally, like, we got to the level with the starfish along the bottom and you got to kind of jump through the water and that. And he was literally like, what do I do? I was like, I'm finding it hard to take this seriously because I don't know what to do. But
how? Come on.
He didn't know what Yoshi did. And he was like, oh, what? Oh, you can eat? Okay. And then you breathe yeah, okay. And I was like, yeah, and you can jump off him and
game
in
mechanic,
the air and,
yeah, and jump higher.
Oh, okay. Weird. Really weird. But, okay.
That's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
It's like, even my kids have played Super Mario. And they're, like, really young.
I mean, it must have just been a set of circumstances where, like, all his mates either didn't play games or had, like, Mega Drives and stuff. Like, he knows all, like, Sonic games and everything.
That's weird. There must be, like, a whole load of, like, but he played Mario Kart then?
I don't know. He'd played Mario Kart once in like a Hamleys or something. He hadn't played Donkey Kong. I know, it's really weird. Like, I had this retro console and he was like, I've never played any of this.
What is this?
Like, okay. Like, it's weird. So yeah, to be honest, he did pretty well. Like, as someone who's never played any of those games before, like, he still held his own. Pretty tasty. So yeah, fair play. It was just a nice thing to have there. It was cool to just like pop it on in the evenings, like after our barbecues or whatever, and just like have a few races of Mario Kart. Fucking awesome. So good. It's kind of does make me want that Mega Drive Mini that's been announced as well now. I'm like, could just collect all these little consoles. They'll all fit in one drawer. This is where
it starts, buddy. You don't need to. You don't need to.
And then suddenly I've got a shelf, and then I've got a fucking
just don't do it.
That comes down from the wall, and then I'm in the loft. Yes.
Then you start making cosplay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my Super Nintendo Mini Adventures. The only other thing I've played, buddy, and I don't know how well known this is in the UK. We obviously know about this because it's been big in America for some time, and a lot of our gaming podcasts have spoken about it. And that is HQ, which is a live trivia game on your mobile and tablet.
Yeah.
Where they have literally a presenter, they have a set time of day, 2 or 3 times a day maybe, and they will do a live quiz show, and anyone can log in and take part for free, and you could win some money at the end of it. And the prize pot's usually like maybe £1,000, which split across, say 655 people win, then it's not massive amount of money, but as while we were away, we played it one time, and I think the prize pot was 125 quid each. The winners won in the end. Yeah, this is just a very addictive thing, and you start kind of thinking, oh, it's nearly 9 o'clock. It's time for HQ, and then you just fire it up. It doesn't matter where you are. It only takes like 3 minutes, and I don't know what it is about it. I think I like trivia, buddy. I'm a bit of a
fan
pub
of
quiz.
Trivia.
Yeah, give it a go, man. It's the presenters are several shades of fucking annoying, But yeah, you can maybe win a little bit of money. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. It's a nice little thing to do each day. And you learn stuff, you know? It's addictive. I don't know why it's addictive. Do you understand why I like it? I can't really.
Maybe.
Okay.
I feel like you explained it well, though. Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. It's it's a live trivia game for your phone. You can download it and play it. And yeah, there you go. Been doing that all week. It's really good. So there.
Nice.
So yeah, that's me, buddy. Unless you've got anything else, I think we should probably move on.
Gibbons, budding.
And now it's time for the news. The news.
Fucking news.
Number one. We'll kick things off. We've got a couple of quite sad stories this week, actually, so I thought I'd start things with those and kind of get them out the way to some degree, but obviously had to kind of mention them as well. It's not very often, because of the kind of the fact that this industry is in its infancy. Certainly, like YouTubers and stuff, all of that has come in so recently that it's not very often that the fans and community members and so on have to kind of deal with like death in any sort of way, shape or form. But we've had a couple of people this week that it's worth highlighting. Firstly, John Bain, who is better known as Total Biscuit, died this week aged 33 after a very long battle with cancer. Kind of divided opinion his videos, that people were kind of split on his content. Some people thought he was sort of pretentious and some people thought he was kind of snooty. I kind of thought he was playing a role, to be honest, and did that quite well. But I liked a lot of Total Biscuit's videos. I don't know how much of his stuff you'd seen, buddy, but the tech stuff that he did when he was like reviewing, well, not reviewing, but sort of just testing out PC games.
Yeah.
And he'd go like right into the like all of the video options and settings and stuff, and also game modes. And we've had a lot of occasions over the years where we've been, because of the way that reviews are so like, I don't know, they're not, reviews back in the day used to be like graphics, gameplay, sound, and so on. Yeah. And now reviews just read like sort of puff pieces at this point, and sometimes it's quite difficult to find out just stuff that you want
what's
to.
What's the hardcore stats? Just give me some fucking numbers. Lay it on
exactly.
me.
Like, what's the sort of anti-aliasing going on here? And then game modes, like how many people can play like co-op on this game online? Well, Total Biscuit was an example of someone who went into like intense detail on stuff, and you actually got the answers that you wanted a lot of the time. Just kind of, I thought he seemed like quite a cool guy. He was very open about his illness as well, so it wasn't a huge surprise.
Came out quite a few years ago, didn't it? He came out and said that he's got it, but he still carried on producing content and everything. What was it? The Cynical Brit, I think it was his.
That's right. That was his kind of his shtick, and
like you say, he could come across like quite brash or whatever, but no, like all of his stuff was always like to the point and
and well produced and interesting. Exactly. Like, and he was very knowledgeable and very careful with like research and facts and so on. I mean, he's still putting out videos up until like 3 days before he died, unfortunately. So yeah, split opinion certainly, but quite interesting that like the way that everyone's kind of reacted to a YouTuber dying, because it just doesn't really happen. Like, it's so new a form of media that it's been kind of weird. And yeah, regardless of what you thought of his content, like no one deserves to go out like that.
No, obviously.
So really sad news. More sad news. Atari co-founder Ted Dabney passed away this week. He was aged 80. He also lost a battle with cancer, having decided to forego treatment when told he only had months to live. So this guy created the first ever arcade video game in 1971. He created a chip specifically for it called the Syzygy chip, I think it was pronounced.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go for that.
Very, very cool. Yeah, 71, first arcade machine. And then when they realised that they had something, he co-founded Atari using the Syzygy chip as like a platform for their first console. And that was used to create like the very first games that were commercially available, including Pong, which ran on this chip. So yeah, like obviously the guy had a good run, but still pretty sad and pretty amazing that we haven't had many deaths in terms of like historical video game stuff, but this guy was a bit of a legend, and kind of was there when it all began. Like, I can't believe that they were making games in 1971, man. Like, you watch the TV from the 70s now. It's like, who was making video games? Like, how the fuck were they doing that?
Science and technology, buddy. That's how. And that's where the fun began,
Yeah, Gibbons. Like, who knows how things would have gone? But we're talking about someone who basically was the bedrock of the whole business. Yeah. And now we're all sitting in our houses, like, playing these incredibly elaborate games, and this dude was there when it all began. So, two sad losses. And yeah, just felt the need to highlight it. I know it's not a very funny video game podcast thing to do, but you got to kind of mention these things, haven't you?
That fucking cancer, buddy.
Yeah, you're not wrong, man. It's absolutely the worst fucking thing ever. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that, and let's move on. I haven't got a great deal of news this week. I've got some bits and bobs. So move on to this. Firstly, I like to highlight when Microsoft does a solid and chucks another game out backwards compatible. Battlefield 1943 is now backwards compatible on Xbox, and that is a great game.
That is a great game. You're absolutely right. Battlefield 1943 was... it kind of came out of nowhere. For me.
It did, and then it didn't work for a fortnight.
Yeah, that was one of the worst launches. We've spoken about that in previous, I think. We probably did a top 5.
It works now, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, it does work now. And we even booted up on that, retro game night. Fucking no chance, I'm calling that, when we played 360 about a year ago, probably now. I can't remember.
Something like that.
And yeah, it was still up and running. It was all good. Playing it. I mean, it looked a bit ropey at that point, but yeah, man, that's cool that it's backwards compatible. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was more cartoony than I remembered, but I think that's just because we weren't used to such realism at that point. But yeah, it ran really nice, and why not? Why wouldn't you play that? It's a fucking cool game. Some brilliant maps on that thing.
So definitely
very, very cool. Another reason, if you needed one, to buy an Xbox One.
Maybe.
Yeah.
One day.
Moving on. Apple has rejected Steam Link app from Valve. They are claiming business conflicts as the reason why. I would say that those are that they don't want you to be able to play good games on their phones when you can instead buy shit games from their store.
Yeah.
As is their right,
man, they can do that.
This is Valve. This is Valve of Steam. If that's what they want to do, then I suppose. But it's a bit of a shame, isn't it?
I'm sure there's fucking other apps on that app store that will let you clone your desktop to your Apple phone, and that's pretty much all this is doing. But allowing you to do it with the controller support and stuff like that. I haven't really looked into it, to be honest, but I know that shit's been around on Android for years.
Yeah, it's just that native Steam support where, everything just kind of works as it should.
Yeah, and exactly. You haven't got to mess about with it.
Supported properly.
Yeah.
But as you say, you can do it. But, so Apple says, no, fuck off with your good games. We want to keep selling the shit ones. So, there you go. Moving on. People are moaning about women being prominent in World War II game Battlefront 5. Battlefield. There you go.
Yeah, Battlefront 5. Can't wait for that one.
Yeah, that's another Walmart leak.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 games into the future.
Yeah.
World War II game Battlefield 5 you can play as women, and there are women in it, and lots of people are moaning about that because it isn't historically accurate. Because, you know, buddy, Battlefield's always been like really historically accurate.
It's so historically accurate, you know. And the other thing was like she had the bionic arm, and they were like, "What is this bionic arms?" But apparently there was like a arm exactly like that in that World War. I think the thing that annoyed me the most is the fact that she just looks like Aloy. With the paint under her eyes. I'm like, I don't think that is historically correct. They'd probably be wearing like nice uniforms with hats.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Bit sort of savagey. Quite lazy. Yeah, I don't know. Who gives a fuck whether it's historically
I don't.
accurate?
It's a computer game, mate. Who cares?
Gibbons.
You know? I mean, if it was realistic, they'd go and play Verdun.
And what a cracking game for doing.
I know, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah. So this Dice head Oscar Gabrielson came out. They wanted to really highlight this. And he said this: "Our commitment as a studio is to do everything we can to create games that are inclusive and diverse. We always set out to push boundaries and deliver unexpected experiences, but above all, our games must be fun. The Battlefield sandbox has always been about playing the way you want, like attempting to fit 3 players on a galloping horse with flamethrowers. With Battlefield 5, you also get the chance to play as who you want. This is everyone's Battlefield."
Hashtag pound sign.
Pound sign. "Our commitment as a studio is to do everything we can to create games that are inclusive and diverse. We always set out to push boundaries and deliver unexpected experiences." So yeah, that's kind of their thing. That's their tagline. It's pretty important.
Diversity is
an old wooden ship.
Indeed,
buddy.
Indeed.
So yeah, there's women in that game. Who cares? And fuck off. There you go. Meanwhile, idiots at Walmart leak another game, buddy. It's a weekly occurrence now. It's Walmart's new thing. They like to leak games. They've leaked another game. Sega very quickly came out to confirm the leak was true, and that is Sonic Team Racing, which is coming out this winter on the Switch, the PS4, the Xbox One, and PC. It will support 12 players online. It will have 4-player split screen like in the olden days, and it is being developed by Sumo Digital, who were previously behind Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, buddy, which was the fucking shit. That game was cool. That game was really, really, really good.
He loves it.
It's an awesome karting game, and obviously it had a terrible name, so I suppose a lot of people maybe didn't play it. Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed. But it was a very, very good game, and I'm pretty excited about having a good karting game coming to the PS4. Like, it was only a couple of weeks ago that a friend of the podcast, Pete, was saying it's such a shame we can't like play Mario Kart on a game night. That'd be really cool. Like, no one wants to. We don't want to all go out and buy Switches, but it would be brilliant if we could do that. And maybe this will be the next best thing, buddy. I've got real high hopes for this. Made me want to dig out that old game. I've got it somewhere. I think I've got it on Steam, actually.
Crazy.
Yeah, but it's fucking cool. Are you interested in that? Did you play that first one?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Off the top of my head. But yeah, man, I'm always interested in karting games. Don't know about this Sonic character, though.
He's a douche. He's the Goonla douche, but...
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this. There was a little teaser video they chucked up just to say, okay, fuck you, Walmart, and here's our teaser video. I'm sure we'll see a fair old whack of that at E3, which is not very far away now, buddy.
Gibbons, that'd be nice. I'd like to see that.
Gibbons. And also with that in mind, we've had a little teaser from Bethesda this week. And they have teased a game called Fallout 76.
Teaser, you say that.
Yeah.
What? I mean, it could be anything.
It's like a logo.
It could be absolutely anything.
It could be absolutely anything. We don't know what it is. What we do know is that Jason Schreier at Kotaku, who is normally a pretty reliable source for leaks, said something along the lines that this was an online game of some sort, which, again, doesn't really necessarily mean very much.
No, could be anything.
I think what we can certainly conclude is this is not a new like Fallout game, as in like a numbered, new Fallout or whatever.
No.
But again, we'll have to wait till E3 to find out exactly what's going on there.
Gibbons, like people are saying it's like a Fallout 4.5 and stuff like that, but it's all just rumors.
Yeah, I mean, that Vegas add-on was
like a New Vegas kind of thing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good. I played a fair whack of it. Sex robots always goes down well.
What can go wrong?
Exactly. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing at all. We will see. I guess we will see. We'll see. E3 not long away now. Like 10 days away from now or something?
Shit.
Man,
that's not far.
That is not far. So yeah, that's my news, buddy. I think it's probably time to hand over to you for what's my favourite section, and I'm sure the listeners as well, and that would be Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. Not a lot this week because I'm pretty much out of news due to last week's, intensive news session. I'll put a little picture here in the the Google Doc, of real life next to a game. What game do you reckon that is? That it's next to. Just see if you can guess what game that is. Obviously, it's a racing game.
It's Gotham.
It is Gotham. That's Gotham 4.
Tell from the bottom one, yeah.
How crazy is that, though?
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Like, for a game that came out in, 2007, so we're talking 11 years old. That looks fucking impressive. That
game really should be backwards compatible.
Yeah, you're right, it should. And then we buy Xbox Ones. I've popped it in the Discord as well, just in case if anyone wants to see real life footage versus Project Gotham Racing 4. Once again, I'm trying to get people in the Discord. I mean, last week I tried to give a game away. No one's joined in yet. Sad face.
What the fuck, man?
No one wants free stuff. Crazy.
Idiots.
Hey ho. Maybe the link isn't working. I don't know.
That's possible as well.
It could be that. But hey, get the Discord. It's there. Stuff in it. So finally this week, buddy, I've just got the words fucking Pokemon. Woo!
Yeah, what's going on here? Because obviously when I see the word Pokemon written anywhere, I just glaze over it and move on. But
last week, if you listened, you'll know that it kind of got leaked that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were the names of the new Pokemon coming to the Switch. Yeah, which I'm very excited about, and yeah, it's meant to be set like Pokemon Yellow. The original 3 games came out, the blue, red, and yellow. And yeah, that was all true. They came out today with a teaser trailer kind of thing of the new Pokemon. I don't know. Oh yeah, it has got a name because I've said it 3 seconds ago. Let's Go, and you can get it in either Pikachu edition or Eevee edition. And yeah, it's set in Kanto, which is the original setting for Pokemon. It's got fucking Professor Oak in it again. I'm like, fuck yeah, Team Rocket's there. Woo! I don't know if it's going to be
a proper brand new Pokemon game.
Yeah, it's proper first adventure into Pokemon. It's got the original Pokemon in it. You can link it up with your phone with your Pokemon Go and transfer Pokemon from there into it, which is that's good if you do that. I haven't done that for years now. I kind of got on board with it for a little bit and sacked it off. But the thing that you can do, you can play it with just one Joy-Con as well, because obviously it's like a turn-based RPG. You don't need to have 2, which is kind of nice. Which that means that if you have a Switch, you get 2 Joy-Cons, buddy. You can play this game co-op. That for me is fucking amazing. I'm going to play the shit out of this game with my son and daughter. It's going to be so much fun. I can't fucking wait. It also looks really cool.
So cool that you're gonna it's such an amazing thing, and it's gonna be the same. Like the way that you're talking about it, it's gonna be the same for a lot of people, certainly at our age.
Definitely,
where they're gonna be able to experience a brand new Pokemon game for the first time alongside their kids. It's very cool.
I'm so excited. Seriously,
sure.
I don't know. Last week, I had my top 5 games I was looking forward to, and this was in there at number 5. And now I'm just the fact that it's got fucking co-op, and you literally run around together, and then you battle together team battles and stuff. I'm just that's awesome, man. That is so Nintendo once again, just fucking so good, so good.
It's also following through on the sort of gameplay that they tried to sell everyone when they announced the Switch. All those stupid videos of people playing in various situations.
Yeah.
They really are trying to push the software that means that that's a reality.
Yeah, man,
and you've got to
definitely
respect that, that vision that they've got. Very cool.
So yeah, Pokemon, mate, well excited. And that's it, because don't give a fuck about any other news this week, because Pokemon, yeah. And the release date is November the 16th, I think, so still a ways away, but fuck yeah. Can't wait.
Fucking right in that Goldilocks zone, they're going to go up against the big shooters and probably come out on top.
I hope so. Fucking hope so.
Well, cheers, buddy. That was your news. Before that, of course, was my news, and that was the news. And now it's time for Out This Week.
And that's out this week, buddy. I enjoyed doing this last week.
There's quite a lot, isn't there?
We can just skip it if you want.
Let's do it. Well, I suppose, importantly enough, we do have, of course, the PS Plus lineup and the
luckily
Xbox
announced
Games with Gold.
today. That fucking they kept it. They were fucking holding back, the bastards.
Absolute tool bags. We start off with the games for gold, and serendipitous, buddy.
Ooh.
We've got your Xbox One games are Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia.
Right, cool. Yeah, I love Russia.
And Smite.
I thought Smite was a free-to-play game? I'm obviously wrong, obviously.
I don't know. It's the Battle Arena thingy.
Yeah.
I think it's like a golden bundle or something.
Bundle.
Yeah, I think they've done that so that they can say that the value of games with gold's much higher.
Yeah,
because this is
obviously.
a gold bundle that I think I read somewhere it's a ton.
Yeah.
It's $100 or something.
Great.
Yeah, brilliant.
Good news if you play Smite, I guess.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Don't know how many people do though.
No, neither do I. Not sure. But, so those are your Xbox One titles, which, isn't super exciting. But the 360 games, buddy, you've got Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues. That'll be the second half of the month that's free. And the other 360 game that's backwards compatible, buddy, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed.
What?
That's right. So...
What?
If you've got an Xbox and you haven't had the chance to play that game, then play it, and then you'll get super excited about the new one that's coming out later in the year. It's quite serendipitous that this was announced as the new game was leaked.
How that's so weird that that's in the same week. Very
It makes me
strange
think
form.
that they were going to announce the new one
fairly
pretty
soon. Yeah,
very
that
soon.
makes sense. Yeah. Get people on board with it and be like, yeah, Sonic, yeah, racing.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. That's something you'd be able to play on Xbox One in 4K if you want to.
Sure.
Pretty funny. So yeah, those are your games for gold. You got Assassin's Creed, Chronicles Russia, Smite, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, and Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues. For the PlayStation, XCOM 2.
Lovely.
Yeah?
I love that. I've thought about
will
buying
play
it a
that.
couple of times. Or buying
Yeah.
it. I don't know. Yeah. I'll definitely play
I'm
it.
cool with that.
I enjoyed
It's,
the original XCOM. I played it on PC a fair chunk. So yeah, XCOM 2, buddy. I'll do that. Didn't the Funk get that? Went a bit high there.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got it or not.
Can I remember?
So yeah, we got XCOM 2. We've also got Trials Fusion, buddy.
Got that game when it came out 3 years ago. But yeah, cool. If you haven't got that game, you should play it and try and beat my scores. Good luck.
That's something to do, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a challenge. I must say, though, I didn't really put the time and effort into Fusion like I did in previous ones to get them high scores.
No, a lot of those levels you just like went through once, didn't you?
That'll do. Fuck it. Yeah, no, it didn't grab me as much as the previous ones. I don't know if it was because it was we had it on disc, whereas all the other ones have been downloadable. I used to go through Evolution and Trials HD. Like, it would be, you know, those games that you've got like 10 minutes, you just pop it on and then you end up playing it for like an hour. Yeah, that was that for me. I love Trials. So good. Great game.
Yeah, we have gone back to the old one a few times, but it just to Evolution, Fusion rather. Yeah, Fusion just doesn't feel the same. You're right.
No, it doesn't.
Even to us who are like vague layman's in comparison to your greatness, just doesn't really feel the same. And
no, it doesn't.
It's not as compelling.
It went too far, I would say.
It's what you've been saying from the start. Like, that game just like every new version of that game that comes out is slightly worse than the last one.
Because obviously they're like, we need to make this bigger and better. It's like, no, you don't. Just fucking keep it nice and simple and just fucking keep making new content and new areas and shit that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, either way, those are your PS4 games, XCOM 2 and Trials Fusion. There's also other games, not really worth mentioning, but it's Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier and Zombie Driver HD Complete Edition. Future Soldier's a cool game, but it's a PS3 game.
Yep.
It's a shame that's not backwards compatible, buddy. And also nice. Squares on Vita and Atomic Ninjas, and that's your cross-play one as well.
I was hoping you're going to read it how I've written the notes.
You just fuck the rest. You got a point. You certainly got a point.
There's no like crossplay or whatever it's called.
It's just
one, which is
it's just shitty,
shit.
isn't it? Like,
I mean, not that any of those games are any ever good, to be honest. Like that Rock of Ages or whatever that fucking thing was.
Oh God,
yeah. No. That was bad. But anyway, yeah, only like the two games. I mean, they're good games. They're dated, I would say. But yeah, XCOM 2, mate. I'm excited about that. I'm going to play that. Give it a go. See what it's like.
I think fairly weak on both sides, if you ask me. XCOM 2 probably just sneaks it.
Yeah, I would say so. It's probably the best out of the bunch.
Yeah, but yeah, nothing special. What we do have this week is a selection of games that are out in a conventional fashion, and I will read them to you now. We have The Piano on PC, which is a first-person survival horror game that looks fucking terrifying. Fuck off, thank you very much. We have Onrush on the PS4 and Xbox One. This is an arcade racing game. I say racing in the sort of loosest of terms because...
Car game.
It's a game where you drive a car, but it looks far more like a sort of arcade... Sort of like an arcade puzzler almost, rather than a racing game, and as such, I have little interest in it, buddy. But wait for the reviews on that. I'd like to see if it does well. But yeah, it's the Drive Club guys. I was kind of hoping for a racing game rather than a arcadey sort of thing.
It's
but,
like
hey.
What's it call it? Who were the guys? The pump with the pumpkin.
Bizarre.
Bizarre.
Bizarre's Project Gotham.
And then they made that
Blur.
That's it. That
yeah.
Blur. Yeah.
Which was like power ups and shit, and it's like, well, no, we just want another Gotham, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. It is like that, but yeah, we'll see how that does. Also, this week we have The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker. This is coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. It's been on Steam for a little while. I heard about it a little while ago because I've always had a sort of vague, weird interest in these like video games, like FMV or
FMV
like
stuff,
recorded media games.
Yeah.
And this is one of those. It's you play like a psychiatrist, and you have to interview all these people, and it's all real video, none of it's graphics, but you've still got like a, it's I suppose the last big success that came out of this genre, buddy, was Super Seducer. So there we go. There we go.
Yeah, fuck it.
But this is reviewed really well on Steam, and although I watched a video and the acting is a little skew-whiff at times, it looks pretty compelling. I quite like the look of this. Have to see what the price point is. Pretty cheeky, but there we go. So that's that. We also have Vampire with a YR rather than IRE. This is coming to PC, PS4 and Xbox One this week. This is a third-person action RPG. It is indie as fuck, I would describe it. It could be great. It could be like this super sleeper hit type thing. Everything I've seen of it looks quite cool. I know the studio came out this week and said if they sold 1 million copies, then they'd be like fucking delighted, which is funny. But they said that if they sold half that, then they'd still like make on it, which is a really weird thing for a studio to come out and say before the release of their game. But either way, it looks really cool. Worth checking out. Get onto YouTube and watch some videos, because I was certainly kind of vaguely convinced when I saw a bit of this.
Yeah, footage-wise, it looks pretty decent. I don't know if I'd be involved in that type of game, to be honest, unfortunately. Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of like Soul Reaver and sort of old stuff like that, but or like The Darkness, maybe, to a degree. Like
I get that.
Pretty cool. But pretty cool. Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn, buddy. Have you seen any of this?
Yeah. Do you remember the original Shaq Fu or whatever?
I've seen it running. I don't really remember it.
It wasn't great.
Honest.
It was not great.
Yeah, I've heard it wasn't a good game. This one doesn't really necessarily look like a good game either.
This looks like
pretty though.
Some sort of free-to-play mobile game.
It does. It's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, like a sort of free-to-play Streets of Rage type looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know. Could we put this in the realm of remastered games?
I don't know.
Maybe. It's a Legend Reborn though. I don't know what to think of this. Like, balls, really. That's
Why is it happening is the first thing I thought.
I know. It's weird, isn't it? But fuck knows. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't look like it controls very well, to be honest.
No.
At all.
Indeed. Either way, that's out this week on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, buddies.
Nice.
Also out this week, Shape of the World. PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. This is a procedurally generated exploring thingy. First person kind of wander about kind of game. A touch of that, what was it called? Was it called The White Swan or something?
The Black Swan?
Right? White Swan?
Black Swan.
Unfinished Swan. There we go.
It wasn't even a colour.
It wasn't even a colour, buddy. This
White and black
is
aren't actually colours, they're shades as well.
Indeed. Well, that's why it was called Unfinished.
Shit.
Yep. This is a sort of procedurally generated exploring game, which has got an interesting touch on things. So it's got a little bit of that sort of wander about Minecrafty thing about it, but graphically it's quite nice. You kind of, as you move towards things, it's almost like Pop-In in old school games, but with sort of trees growing and mountains kind of sprouting and stuff. It's, looks quite nice. But I'm not sure exactly what the minute-to-minute gameplay is going to be exactly. It's very hard to tell from all the footage that I've seen. So whether it's actually going to be compelling for any length of time rather than just like a sort of Norman Sky thing.
It looks like it's going to hurt my eyes after about 10 minutes.
Yeah, as everything slowly keeps appearing.
Yeah.
Well, that's out this week.
Okay.
Also out this week is the stupidly named game Awkward, which is coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Now, if you call your game Awkward, I'm going to struggle to Google it. I really am, because
even with Awkward Game,
Awkward Game will just
what
bring
about
up
Awkward
obviously
the game?
Awkward the Game and Awkward Game will just bring up a horde of YouTube top 10 most awkward games, or funny awkward game, or the funny awkward game, or whatever.
2018.
It was tricky. I got there in the end on Sony's official blog, and found out that this is a trivia party game, buddy. So it's kind of in the guise of like Jackbox and that sort of thing, but it's sort of centered around.
Oh, it's an M-rated party game. M for mature.
It's like a sort of shitty couples, like whisper a secret. The footage I saw, it just popped up with like 2 cards, and it was like, which of these do you like the most about your girlfriend or whatever?
Yeah.
It was like face.
What part of your partner do you prefer? Their face, their body.
Yeah, it looks like everything I hate in games and life. And that is out this week, buddies, on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Try Googling it. Give it a go. See how you get on. Moving on. Heimrich is coming out this week. It is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It is a baffling-looking 2D action adventure. It is cartoony. The art style is weird. I quite like the look of it. And it's very easy to Google, buddy, because it's the word Heimrich, which isn't a word.
Sorry, I'm still watching this video of these fucking questions.
Turn it off, buddy. You're losing brain cells as we speak.
If you could save the life of one, would you choose a 1-year-old or an 18-year-old? And this is saying, Alex, choose your answer as well. But, oh, Jesus, just fucking... This, no.
It looks like one of those like PlayLink games, but apparently it's going to be all on a controller.
There's
like
5,000 questions.
Okay.
Written by the guy that does Quiplash and Fibbage, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the guys, and the other guy that did Buzz. It's quiz time.
Yeah, I mean,
that's enough we need to know about.
Those were good games.
Yeah.
But they were trivia. They weren't like questions, were they? They were questions about subjects
Stuff.
rather than
exactly.
What do you think about this? So, yeah.
Fuck it.
Innit? Also this week, MotoGP 18.
Do you reckon the question, would you eat the moon if it was
made out of barbecue spare ribs?
Yeah.
It should be in there. It certainly should. I'm nearly there. MotoGP 18, PC, PS4, and Xbox One, whatever.
MotoGP.
Like fucking whatever.
Cool.
And finally this week, Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido, is out on the 3DS and the Switch, buddy. I've popped it in there because it's a weird puzzle game, a classic Nintendo gambit, and it's coming to Switch. And looks like the sort of thing that you and your little brethren may enjoy.
Love it.
Yeah.
Sushi,
who doesn't? So that's out this week. Fuck. It's so... man. That's out
so
this week.
depressing.
And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with funk. Fuckwit Corner with funk. He's got some questions. Funk.
Has he got any questions?
Here's some bits and bobs from the Funk Buddy for our delight.
Love it.
Funk says this: I still want to play PUBG. I feel like it's the closest thing to the game I want to play. I reckon H1Z1 or whatever it's called would be okay. See, he wrote whatever it's called. I actually auto-corrected in my head.
Yeah, what
I reckon HZN1 or whatever it's called, there you go, buddy, would be okay if it wasn't fucked and the trigger actually fired your gun. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Schley couldn't even join a game, for Christ's sake.
It's true.
Even if it worked, it still looks like a bag of mashed up arseholes, and the controls felt like Down syndrome theatre in full flight. I think a Wild Pants version would be good, ending up with 6 bushes sitting 3 feet from each other and scared to move. So H1Z1's a little broken.
HZN1 is a bit fucked.
It's a little bit broken. Yeah, I need to download that shit.
Yeah, we'll get on it and give it a go. I'm sure they'll support it.
Fix it. Yeah.
Fix is a big word. I said support.
Improve.
Yeah.
If the trigger fired, that would be a start.
True.
Yeah. What do you think of the idea of Wild Pants in that guise, like a 1 versus 1? Because they could easily do it.
The map's big enough.
By easily, I mean it's all of the elements are there if they could get it to run. Like, I mean, the graphics look shit enough already that I would expect it to run, and and the maps are big enough.
Yeah, true.
That's why they look shit.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? The only problem is, it's that game mode of you can't start off with one class. You can't just go as the pointman buddy all the time.
Why not?
You have to, because you pick up guns along the way, don't you? You never know what you're going to get. It's like a box.
I'll just only pick up pointman
arse
guns.
Candles. Well, yeah. Just don't. But then you might just be running around a map without any weapons for quite a while.
Probably,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Well, more views on Wild Pants from you, buddy, because Funk also has this. He says, after our game night Wild Pantathon, how does Schley feel about the game? We hit that thing for 5 or 6 hours straight, which I really enjoyed. I still missed normal game night, but I had a great time. Yeah, you kind of touched on it earlier. You sort of said like how you felt about it, but that must be the longest time you've ever played it. You played it for a whole of a game night,
a whole evening of just playing.
You prestiged.
Like that PvP. Yeah. Ended up. I think I prestiged like very early on in the night and carried on from there. Yeah, man. Like, it's a really good game. Like, the thing I love about it is, it's team play, and that's why I enjoy it. Like, it's not a game that I would load up on my own and play it. Like, we need a team of like 3 or 4 people to get stuck in, because that's when these games are at their best, because we're communicating with each other, and shit like that, while we're sitting in bushes, we can fucking smack talk each other while we just sit there and do nothing. It's loads of fun. And that's the thing, like, that's why I like Destiny as well so much, because like, it's all team play. Like, I do play Destiny on my own because like I just enjoy the environment it's set in, but the main thing I like about it is that I've got like a group of people that I get on with and have a fucking good laugh with. But it comes down to that like team play mechanic and stuff like that. Even like with the Crucible and stuff like that, like we can like plan our attacks and things like that, and say who's flanking where, just like in Wild Pants. Like that's what that's all about. We've got Dizzle on his noisemaker, like picking out people, like pinging them where they are, and there's me and Funk like running around like a couple of retards, trying to fucking chase them down. It's just loads of fun. It's really good.
I can get behind that. I understand, like, totally. It's about like experiences with friends, probably first and foremost. Yeah, I mean, like, interesting when we finally get the chance to play one of these and it's like properly put together and our sort of game. I don't know if H1Z1's going to be that or what, but
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's just fucking playing games with my buddies. That's why I love it.
Gibbons. Oh, well, thanks for that, Funk. Thank you very much. Every week, we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. Now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JfG
Street Beat.
We wanna know.
Get on the show.
Get on the show. What's this cheeky little tidbit at the beginning here, buddy?
Okay, yeah, so obviously last week I did the podcast on my own, which was nice. I enjoyed it. And yeah, JJ sent me a message afterwards. I think it was Saturday or something after he listened to it. Just saying, nailed it. Maybe next time you should give this away. Sounds like Regions might be a bitch. And he's given us a Destiny 2 PC key to give away.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So here you go. Check this out. Get on the Discord, join our Discord from our website, the jfgpodcast.co.uk, and then you have a choice of either getting Destiny 2 on PC or whatever games I said last week. What was it? Like Burnout Ultimate Collection, if that works on Origin, or whatever that shit game is. The one with the girl that can do stuff.
Oh yeah, the Life is Strange.
Yeah, that one. So yeah, hit up our Discord. Just write anything in our chat window thing, and yeah, you can win a game.
This is a very good giveaway for a very shit podcast. Buddy.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And all thanks to JJ being an absolute fucking legend, really, and giving us that code to give away. And yeah, he just forgot to cancel his Humble Bundle subscription. So there you go. That happened. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, so jump on the Discord and choose your free game, buddies. We are literally paying you to join our Discord channel, and I fucking love it.
I love it.
Yeah. Ledge. Well, thanks so much, JJ.
Gibbons.
We've also got some bits and bobs from our friendly neighbourhood Octopizzle this week, buddy. And he says, firstly, has anyone heard that latest album by Lord? It's alright, you know. Fucking is as well.
Which one? I don't know.
It's just the latest one.
The latest one by Lord.
Melodrama. Yeah, it's a good album. It's a good album.
Yeah.
Yeah. PJ says, PUBG filed a lawsuit against Fortnite this week. I think PUBG has taken so long to reach consoles that I have completely lost interest.
By consoles, he obviously means just the PS4. Yeah. Because that's the only console that matters at the moment, I guess.
Well, certainly judging by the sales figures.
Yeah.
Woo!
Whammy!
It's a zinger there.
Yeah. That shit is locked in on fucking Microsoft, so we're not seeing that for a while, I reckon.
Still runs like ass on that thing, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Proper ball
fucking keep it then.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Sure thing. We've got the one. They've got the one that runs at 10 frames a second, and we've got the one where firing doesn't do anything. You can't shoot.
Yeah.
Or join a game.
Yeah, Papa, again, doing good with suing people. Last time I think it was for frying pans, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Fuck tards.
I don't really think they're getting anywhere with this. I also think Fortnite is... I suspect they've got a better legal team.
I reckon so.
Speaking.
Maybe.
Just going to go ahead and say.
Maybe.
And I say that based on both the fact that Epic is a bigger company and also on the fact that if PUBG had a good legal team, they wouldn't be filing this lawsuit. So...
Isn't PUBG made on the Unreal Engine as well?
Yeah, but it's Blue Hole, isn't it? That's running the show.
Yeah.
Let's farm that out. Pretty weird. Weird stuff. Yeah, I've lost interest as well, PJ. I'm not completely sure I was ever that interested. Certainly in this weird time for me where I don't seem to want to really play many shooters, certainly competitive ones. But yeah, either way, we'll keep you posted on that lawsuit as it inevitably falls apart in front of their very eyes. Also, PJ says, Valve removing that game Active Shooter from Steam ahead of its launch. As much as I dislike the self-righteous moany pressure groups and activists, this seems like a good move to me. No one needs that game. Just giving people a way to rekindle the video games make people violent bullshit. I didn't actually mention this Active Shooter game. This kind of broke in the last couple of days. This is a shitty asset flipping indie title from a toilet fucking would-be developer. It turns out that it's Revived Games and Acid are the game developer and publisher respectively, or not, but that turns out to be some sort of secondary contact. These guys have chucked a load of shit out in the past. And this is a rubbish-looking, asset-flipping first-person shooter that involves all sorts of mass shootings and stuff. Obviously, people have gone balls to the wall on how outraged they are because everyone's outraged. And I agree with PJ. It's pretty annoying how everyone just gets outraged about everything all the time. But at the same time, as he said, this thing is worthless. And as such, it probably would do more harm than good from a sort of video games industry kind of reputation stance. You just see it on the front of every fucking newspaper that, video game violence and everything.
Video games are bad.
Yeah, it's laughable, the game. Like, it looks shite and obviously is shite.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. It's fucking retarded. But I saw a funny meme, as you do, of, gun violence with video games, and it's a cartoon sketch of someone running into a school with a controller in their hands,
nice.
Pretending to shoot them with a controller. I was like, yeah that's how shooting in video games works.
Goodness.
It's a good one.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with PJ. No one needs that game. It's shit. And it takes a lot for Valve to do anything when it comes to Steam.
It really does. It really does.
They're more than happy to just shovel more shit on the pile week in, week out. But either way, there we go. I'm glad they've taken it down as well. Fuck that thing. And thanks very much, PJ.
Cheers, bad day.
So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 165 of the JfG podcast. I'd like to say it's good to be back. It's certainly good to do the show with you again. It's not good to be back because obviously I'm having to work and stuff. But yeah, I've quite enjoyed my return. It felt actually genuinely really weird not doing a podcast for 2 weeks. Like, it felt wrong. It's not cool.
That will happen.
Yeah, I think I was probably annoying everyone by talking more because I didn't had loads of words bottled up.
It's all good, buddy. I'm just dead to the world right now. Pretty much in mind and spirit. It's a tough situation I'm in right now.
It's got settled in.
The lack of sleep and stuff. It's just I was quite glad that you kind of took the reins there, and I just sat back and just thought about Pokemon, which was
drank
good.
It in. Yeah,
I loved it up, mate. I was I was just listening to the podcast, but obviously I had to murmur something every now and again. It was fine.
Just sporadically, yeah.
Just
chuck it in.
Hey,
aha, yeah, yeah,
sure. And that's out this week.
And which version of Pokemon will you be getting first, buddy? Or is it going to be a double whammy?
I don't know. My son wants the Eevee one. I obviously want Pikachu because obviously that's nostalgia at its greatest with Pokemon. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Gibbons.
The Switch might be supremely hacked by that point, so I might have both. Who knows?
Yeah.
I hope everyone didn't mind me going on about how to hack the Switch last week. Yeah. Hey.
Nah. They've made their bed. So what can you say?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Did I complain so much about all the people on YouTube nowadays? I can't remember if I did that last week or not, but I'll just do it now. Fucking it annoys the shit out of me. All these people on YouTube doing like the Nintendo hacking tutorial videos. It's like, don't be so fucking obvious, you cunts. You know, like don't be fucking retarded about it. Just there's places you go to get this information, and you go there, and that's where you find it out, and then. And it just annoys me that they're like, oh yeah, look what I found. And it's like, no, you haven't done nothing, mate. You've obviously read like a fucking forum like I did, and now you're like doing fucking clickbaity. Just die,
ruining it for everyone.
Yeah,
buddy.
it's gonna ruin it for me and you.
It's like the forums in these topics, they're very much like porn in the 80s, buddy. If you wanted porn, you didn't ask people for porn, you just toured the nearby hedgerows until you found pages
until
of it.
you saw it there. You know, some pages might be stuck together.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a risk you take, but just keep it underground. Don't ruin it for everyone, you know?
It's just out there. Too much, mate. They need to calm it down.
Gibbons.
Twats. Yep. And then there's me spouting on about it. But hey, I'm allowed to because no one fucking listens to this. So hey,
yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, suck it, Gibbons.
Fuck those guys.
Sweet. Right. Okay. Well, I suppose we'll call it a day then, and I'll reel off all the places where they can find us. Shall I, buddy? I'll do.
Yeah,
that
do that because I did a great job of that last week. I think.
Fucking sweet as the punch. Well, you can find us www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, Facebook / the JfG Podcast, our Twitter handle / the JfG Podcast. Our Twitter handle is @the JfG Podcast. You can also find us on video streaming sites like TubeTubes. We're on there. You can find us on Twitch.tv. You can find us on Mixer.com, aka Beam.fucking.pro. We're on there as well.
Is there a scat video site called PooTube? Do you reckon?
I wouldn't like to search it.
I'm not going to search it. If anyone knows, let me know. Just for...
It certainly seems likely.
I reckon there's a PooTube.
Fucking, I'm doing it.
Shit. Go incognito, mate. You don't want that in your search history.
PooTube. We've got a selection of YouTube channels called PooTube.
Right. Okay. Is it scat related?
No.
Oh.
We've got pootube.com.au.
That's Australian.
Yeah.
Or Austrian.
It's
maybe.
A biodegradable... What on earth is this?
I don't know. I shouldn't have brought it up, should I?
I'm sorry, no, I'm...
He's entranced.
Buy now.
What are you buying?
PooTube.
Is it like a tube that you poo in and then it biodegrades? I don't understand that because poo can just do that in general.
It's an innovative biodegradable product that provides a cheaper alternative to purchasing the original Sangenic Tommy Tippy.
The Tommy Tippy's like a...
nappy disposal bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big nappy disposal bin.
Tommy Tippy are a baby make of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So
biodegradable poo holder. Nice.
I would also say, if you do want to search PooTube or go to pootube.com.au, that I don't think YouTube have clocked them yet, but they might have a word about their logo. We'll leave
nice.
We'll leave it at that.
Beautiful.
So yeah, you can't find us on PooTube, but you can find us on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/ just for gamers. If you want to listen to an episode from 100 years ago. Discord. Come to our Discord channel. You can find the link on our website.
You can get a free game.
You can get Destiny 2
free
on PC.
Game.
Yeah, just come and join it. You just get stuck in. It's on the website. And while you're on our website, of course, maybe you want to pop by Street Beat and write something down there, buddies, that we can read out the following show. Like, you know, you get on there and we'll read it out and so on and so forth, that sort of thing. And we're also on Google Plus, of course, if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. PooTube, eh? We'll catch you next time. Until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You've been listening to the JfG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook /the JfG Podcast, or Twitter where we are at the JfG Podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.